Hi there, and welcome to our podcast. And this week at London Visited, we go to Leadenhall Market to tell you all about this historic part of London. My name is Steve, and each week I will bring you the facts, history, and information about different parts of this great capital. If you have been to London, or are planning on visiting, live here, or just love London from afar, then this is the podcast for you. Don't forget to visit our YouTube channel, London Visited, to see videos covering this place and so many others across London. And now to this week's podcast. Leadenhall Market is a market in the financial district in the City of London, with a number of narrow passageways, and is one of the oldest markets in London. The market dates from the 14th century and is said to derive its name from leather hall, though it's disputable. The early history of Leadenhall involves the mayor, in 1446, Simon Eyre. According to John Stowe, Eyre, a draper, built Leadenhall for a common garner of corn and the use of this city. The site itself was originally a Roman basilica, a court, and Leadenhall was one of the largest markets north of the Alps and originally occupied an area larger than Trafalgar Square. Once the Romans left, like a lot of London, it fell into ruin, and it wasn't until 1309 that it was listed as belonging to Sir Hugh Neville as the Manor of Leadenhall. By 1321, the area around the manor became known as a meeting place for poulterers, joined in 1397 by cheesemongers. In 1408, the former Lord Mayor, Dick Whittington, bought the lease, and in 1411 it became the start of the market. In 1463, the beam was put in for the tonnage and weighing of wool, showing its place in the centre of commerce. In 1488, it is decided that leather is sold only from Leadenhall Market. In the dreaded year 1666, as the Great Fire of London destroys so much of the city and parts of the market. As part of the build following the fire, the market is covered for the first time, and the market is divided into a beef market, green yard, and herb market. The ornate roof structure, painted green, maroon, and cream, and cobbled floors of the current structure, designed in 1881 by Sir Horace Jones, who was also the architect of Billingsgate and Smithfield Markets, make Leadenhall Market a tourist attraction. Hi there, and thanks so much for listening to this podcast on the history of London. And if you're enjoying this, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up on YouTube. Now, if you want to get more involved with London Visited, don't forget you can join us as a member by going to patreon.com/London Visited with so many different benefits. Or you could purchase a 4K photograph of London from our website, londonvisited.co.uk, both of which support us and keep the channel going. Once again, thanks for listening. And now, back to the podcast. In the 18th century, a character known as Old Tom was a goose which managed to escape execution, even though it is recorded that 34,000 geese were slaughtered here in just 2 days. He became a favourite in the market and was fed at the local inns. After he died in 1835, at the age of 38, he laid in state at the market and was buried there. The main entrance to the market is on Gracechurch Street. The double-height entrance is flanked by tall, narrow-gabled red brick and Portland stone blocks in a 17th century Dutch style. Also, in the structure, when you look closely, there are many fancy structures to see. The adjacent buildings to the south have a continuous retail frontage, which is punctuated by narrow entrances to pedestrian ways into the market. Between 1990 and 1991, the market received a dramatic redecoration, which transformed its appearance, enhancing its agricultural character and detail. The redecoration scheme received a special mention in the Civic Trust Awards in 1994. The market is a Grade 2 listed building, being listed in 1972. The market is typically open weekdays from 10 a.m. till 6 p.m. and still primarily sells fresh food. Among the vendors, there are cheesemongers, butchers, and florists. A number of commercial retailers are also located in the market, including clothes shops. There are also a number of bars and places to eat, which makes it extremely popular at lunchtimes and in the evenings, and very busy on a Friday night, as many of those working in the city meet here after work. Leadenhall Market was also used to represent the area of London near the Leaky Cauldron and Diagon Alley in the film Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. And, as such, many Harry Potter fans visit to see the place where Harry and Hagrid walked the cobbled stones. Leadenhall Market formed part of the marathon course for the 2012 Olympic Games. Runners passed through the market from Whittington Avenue to Lime Street. So, I hope you've enjoyed our in-depth look at Leadenhall Market. Whatever podcast service you use to listen to this, please do subscribe and get updates on new shows. And also, please leave us some feedback. Please let me know any places that you'd like us to feature in future podcasts by emailing me directly on londonvisited@gmail.com. Thanks for listening and really hope you enjoyed our podcast. See you soon.